Greetings, this is Jesse from Nintendo Dads with another pre-recorded Let's Play. This time it's Golf Club Wasteland, thanks to the publishers for giving us early access, which is why I have to pre-record this. The embargo is Thursday morning. So this video goes up Thursday morning, and I'll be able to talk about it Thursday night on the podcast. This game, checking quick, it releases on the 3rd, which is the Friday. So it releases tomorrow as of the publishing of this video. The description: Urban Wasteland Adventure Golf. The rich fled to Mars, but venture back to a desolate Earth for a round of golf. Each hole in the wasteland offers its own little story and possible puzzle to sink the perfect shot. Play through destroyed, brutalist monuments, crumbling shopping malls, and abandoned museums as neon signs and poignant graffiti take swings at current events, Silicon Valley culture, and humanity. Piece together the full story of how humanity fell through 3 distinct sources. Details from the lone golfer's story, who's come back to Earth for one last game. The radio nostalgia from Mars broadcast gives a glimpse into the lives of those who escaped, and the narrator of a secret spectator watching from a distance. Be accompanied by a purposefully composed soundtrack, as well as personal stories broadcasted on Radio Nostalgia from Mars. The station caters to citizens of Mars, nostalgic for Earth as they listen to music from the 2020s and dial in to share their memories of the planet. A smooth-voiced radio DJ keeps the show flowing with updates and announcements hinting to a not-so-glamorous life on Mars. 3 distinct modes means every golfer can find something for their tastes. Casual players can focus on just the story and relaxing scenic round of golf in story mode. Those looking for an extra challenge can beat each hole under par using skill and puzzle solving through challenge mode, while the pros can try iron mode, where there's almost zero room for error. Easy to grasp controls and a minimalist UI underpin the whole game, so anyone can easily pick up and play at their own pace. Included with every copy of the game is the digital Golf Club Wasteland official soundtrack, plus a graphic novel art book that further expands the backstory of the lone golfer, Charlie, in stunning visual format. This game is marked at $10 and currently discounted to $7.49, so about 25% off. So let's get this thing started. Untold Tales. Disclaimer: all references to public figures and events, even when based on real people, are entirely fictional universe. Headphones recommended. After the great ecological catastrophe, the ultra-rich moved to Tesla City on Mars. Now citizens of Mars take charter flights to Earth to play golf in the ruins of civilization. Turn up the music a little bit. We have to turn it down later, but settings. Play intro. Large subtitles. No. Subtitles, yes. Graphics. Sure. Language. C. Credits. Welcome to the Wasteland. Ran into the restricted area while the taxi ship landed.
Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Hello, all you Martians out there. It's your turn, fixed foot soul, with a bit of that old world flavor. You're tuned to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Breathe easy, kick back, and reminisce.
Take my hand, explain to me this project called humanity. Don't let go while on this ride. No surprise, all I know is that we shouldn't be sad when we think of the road ahead.
Whoa, okay.
Take my hand. Don't let go. I know we won't get lost.
And this is why I scored so low in Mario Golf.
Take my hand. Don't let go.
Radioactivity, usually a group would arrive.
And the maps are false, but we must go.
Use the right stick to move the camera. Okay, so the hole's on a hill. New diary entry unlocked. It became my habit to watch them play from behind the fence. Be wary of water and other hazards.
Listen to me, and I'll guide you through this cacophony. People talk, but they've nothing to say. Why would anyone know the way?
Well, that was one way to do it. They wore protective suits like giant insects with jetpacks.
I know we won't get lost. Oh no, wait. Take my hand.
So you can't unlock Iron Mode until you've completed the challenge, but I'll just use Story Mode.
The signs are fake and the maps are false, but we must go on.
Oops. Wow, that was closer than I thought it was going to be. Alright. Once they spotted me and tried to hunt me down. I'm gonna... Oh, okay. Like, mind the gap, eh? Diary. Oh, okay. So the better you do, the more information you unlock. So I'm here. There's Alphaville. I should stop by John Luke's for a warm croissant and espresso. Do I see someone move on that fence? I'm starting to see things. Must be the shocker coming back. I break my neck on shipping containers with these mutant seagulls on drugs. Whoa!
Radio nostalgia from Mars. Wow, what a way to start the show. Anna Judgen would Take My Hand, her sublime take on our wonderful project called Humanity. Beautiful. Plenty more to come on To Soul Show, a show packed with stories and music to remind ourselves of where we are and how far we've come. Our first caller for the show calls it like it is, and was a hard-hitting look back at the last days on Earth from the perspective of a shrewd businessman and loving father. Stories, memories, the good old days. Original sources, authentic tales, hope, inspiration, drama.
Radio nostalgia from Mars.
I worked in oil. Brokering gasoline, to be exact.
11 strokes.
It's a strange business, probably not like you would actually imagine it to be. My day started something like this. I check Reuters and my sheets. See if there's been a change in the fundamentals. See if the spread's up or down. And then when the clock strikes go, I'm on the phone. I could be calling some commercial shop in Bumble, Kansas, where little old Sue loves to know how my daughter's doing. Or I could be trying to get into the head of a powerful Russian who knows the world wants his phone number. That's when the psychology kicks in, and I go to work. If they pick up the phone, they're mine. That's the game. I started when I was 29, 30.
Wow.
My boss was a coked-up, perma-tanned moron who was wasted by lunch. More money than sense. Screaming at waiters because, you don't drink gin out of a glass like that. And Caesar salad is supposed to have 8 pieces. 8 pieces of chicken, you stunted fool. Stunted fool was his favorite insult. It's coming from a guy who was 5 foot nothing. That was pretty much my life, 24/7. I traveled a lot, meeting clients all over the world. The Amazon, the Gulf, Siberia, Central Asia, the States, Singapore, everywhere. Looking back, I can't claim that I ever would recommend that life, nor can I claim that I was ever really happy doing it. But it was fun. I mean, talk about your share of moments. There was this one girl, some strange mix of Algiers and Paris, with some sprinkle of Havana, a dancer, naturally. So pretty. She'd turn a priest's head or give a nun a... Sometimes I wonder what happened to her. But we all had the same feeling.
Oops.
This can't last. And sure enough, we were right.
Wow.
First, you couldn't drink the water. Then you couldn't eat the crops. And pretty soon, we wouldn't be able to breathe in air. I remember looking at Emmy and wondering what kind of a future would she have. So I decided to do something about it. The Mars project was Plan B for planet Earth, which was most evidently... The family and I had already put down roots in Tesla City by the time the great catastrophe really hit. The corporation knew my contacts in the world of drilling and refining would be useful, so I adapted my skills to something more practical. Now we're all that keeps this little planet running.
Stop.
Mining those Martian chemicals for the battery banks, Martian cement for the buildings. My pure little Emma has a future. When somebody sits down and writes this all up for the history books,
Crap.
it might just be men like me they'll be hailing.
Okay, this is really not.
It's men like me who saved humanity.
This is very frustrating.
Men like me who took us further than...
Especially knowing that if I can't do this in 12 strokes, I don't get all the story. And what have I done so far?
From Mars.
Some pretty heavy
15?
stuff. Reminds us that all kinds made it up here to Mars, but we're all in it together now. And remain creatures of the world.
Okay, let's just restart
Your
this
time
level.
beam to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Music for the lost days of Earth.
Every morning I like to look at the sky. I whisper
Wonder if I can break through that window.
and it blows right back at you.
I can.
The smell of coffee,
I did in 2 strokes what I did in 15 the first time.
the news is sad, the children laugh. You were in me, now out of bed, ready for the big bad world. Hello, creatures of the world. Hello, creatures
mixed with the children sing.
Really?
Them back in white sheets. The city wolves show their sharp steel teeth.
I wish the aim wasn't the left stick. It's not. I'd like more fine control. Because I don't think I'm moving, but it's going like this. I'll be interested in knowing if any of this music gets copyright flagged, or if this is all like really legitimately new music for the game and not licensed.
The smell of sweat and blood from stone. The news is lost, the children gone. Enter the rat race, step out of home. Embrace our new cold, skyless dawn. Hello, reaches of
I did it this time. But this was strange. This one, he played alone.
reaches of reaches of the world.
20 par. Oh. The last hole is a 1 par.
You're home away from home. Radio nostalgia from Mars.
I found a book.
Creatures of the world. Now that Attracted takes us back. Stefan Milenkovic, pining for blue skies, whilst musing on the games we play. Just a reminder that until further
Yuck.
notice, there is a moratorium on all team leaders playing card and board games with their teams, following an incident over a game of Monopoly in Section C. All senior section team leaders will convene for emergency counseling and anger management courses. Until then, there'll be no intersectional board game tournaments and no games with groups larger than 4 people at a time per team. In the interim, teams are encouraged to take advantage of the half ration special on OMAS, a delicious and relaxing drink that takes the edge off of everything. Our next caller, Yamil, takes us into her world of food, smells, sensuality, blue skies, and sings us a personal song to remember.
Histoire, mémoire, le bon vieux temps, source originale, fable authentique, espoir,
So I followed him.
inspiration, drame, musique, radio nostalgie
Ooh.
de Mars.
I have nightmares. I'm happy to be alive, but I knew many who deserved to live more than I did. But this is a radio program about nostalgia, not guilt. I've been nostalgic since I was 20, when I left Havana. In Europe, I felt different. Each country has a smell. Mars doesn't. Where I come from,
How am I supposed to
the
get up
smell
there? It's not.
of the ocean,
I don't have that much
mango,
control to land it.
bananas, coconut, mama's food, ropa vieja de la abuelita, el con gris, la yuca con mojito, the most beautiful sun of Malecon, the smell of my street when the rain falls. All of that make me into the person I am. So when I left, I grew stronger. I experienced the world, but forever stayed incomplete. So now I'm double nostalgic. We were full of life, laughing on warm nights under blue sky, touching each other. The air filled with the smell of sweat from dancing with a orchestra Aragon playing from an apartment. Now, the only way I can feel this scent is by singing. ¿Cómo fue? No sé decirte cómo fue. No sé explicarme qué pasó, pero de ti me enamoré. Fue una luz que iluminó.
How could I not hit it that hard?
Mi ser. Tu risa como manantial llenó mi vida
There's like
de
no-
quietud. Fueron tus ojos o tu boca, fueron tus manos o tu voz. Fue a lo mejor la impaciencia de tanto esperar tu llegada, mas no sé decirte cómo fue. No sé explicarme qué pasó, pero de ti
Because I can really see what I'm doing.
me enamoré.
Slušajte Radio Nostalgiju sa Marsa.
Thank you, Yamil. What a wonderful story. Reminds us that life is about so much more than just base survival. Well, living in space has always been challenging, and here's a song that pokes a little fun at living in cramped quarters. Needs no introduction. Argue all you want. It's a classic.
Take a moment,
Really?
relax, and remember with Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
A Russian and an American work together.
This is ridiculous.
A very different sight from the Cold War arms race, whether Kubrick or Tarkovsky, Solaris or 2001, Melville or Dostoevsky, Yesenin or Jack London, two astronauts argued about art, values and international relations, two astronauts. Америка убила иракцев, убила Алена и Ламумбу. Она убила корейцев и вьетнамцев, распространяя демократию. Don't get me started on Stalin and your talent to suffer under SARS, my friend. Your history is long. You also inflicted scars. Two astronauts argued about art, values and international.
That was a lucky shot.
Two astronauts. They speak in two tongues, but still 4 hours they talk. The same oxygen in their lungs, the same thrill on their spacewalk.
I pretty much have to land it in the sand in order to not hit it in the water. That's just...
Я скучаю по утреннему кофе в Москве, сказал российский космонавт in the sunrise. Said the American astronaut.
Then I've got no power in the sand.
По жене и домой, сказал российский космонавт. Also miss my wife and just like Charlie the astronaut. Two astronauts argue
Really?
art. That is an international relations.
How am I supposed to know that that is in the same plane?
Как светит солнце, свет Бога, как прекрасна голубая земля. Говорят такие из Роскосмоса. Indeed, search, my friend, with hope on our mind. on a mission for mankind.
So everything's sand now, so I'm not going to have any power. I'm not going to be able to get it above this car.
International relations to astronauts. Two astronauts argued about art. That is an international relations to astronauts.
There needs to be a better way to choose control. This power, that's just... What happens if I get this lens in the bucket? Of course, I'm not going to be able to because I want to, but if I don't try, then I'll make it.
Muzika iz starih dobrih dan. Radio nostalgija za Mars.
Anna Churchin there, and arguably
Whoa,
the first
someone's in the foreground.
hit to astronauts.
Whoa.
An anthem to the great evacuation, and certainly one of our most popular requests. Speaking of requests, please follow Habitat protocols for sanitation. No liquids other than bodily in the main bin, including pee. Some of you don't like it, but all water is recycled, so pee into the funnel installed next to your toilet, please. Speaking of pee and poop, we recently welcomed our first official little Martian to the colony, and our next caller, Sophia, tells us what it's like to be a new mother on Mars.
I'm so happy we moved to Mars. It was a project I funded from the very beginning. I knew it had potential and I trusted the amazing team working on it. As angel investors,
I didn't think I'd be able to break that wood, but either way I'm going to have to hit it a little bit to get it up.
Further human survival in our solar system. Speaking of the human project, I have some exciting news. Just a week ago, we welcomed our baby boy into the world. Words cannot express how overjoyed we are at welcoming little Maxim. Putting him to bed reminds me of my parents. From our window here in Tesla City, we can see the Earth, tiny enough to fit in Maxim's hand. It pains me that my child might never experience the beauty of my home in the Hamptons. The nature, coastline, the old lighthouse, and the food, the houses of our friends, our evening parties, full of life compared to this barren, rugged terrain. I send my little Martian to sleep with a lullaby my mother sang.
Okay, so I can't shoot it in there.
Thanks to these songs, I'm able to retain, at least on a rudimentary level, my mother tongue. She sang like this.
Can't go under it. You can't... This is ridiculous. Where am I supposed to hit it?
From Mars.
Thank you, Sophia, for that uplifting news and beautiful song. Life always finds a way. Just as precious as a new life is the water that sustains it. You may have noticed that it doesn't rain here on Mars, so another friendly reminder that showers are strictly limited to 30 seconds each, with no exceptions. Corporate is looking into extending this time frame, but is meeting resistance from Section BC, who want lab rat urine to be excluded from the water recycling program. which would actually reduce allocated shower times to 27 seconds. Want to say in this? Join our sectional weekly meetings and vote while sipping on a relaxing tube of OMAS. Feels good, as it should.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
High speed on the Autobahn, like spaceship Earth around the sun. A diver's breath in a deep blue sea, bubbles like your thoughts of me.
Really can't go through that.
Summer's day, like an airplane on a runaway. Melts like ice cream in the sun, and doesn't fool anyone. Like a desperate man taking his chance, quick as a kiss at your first dance. Keep your eyes open and don't you blink, you'll miss the boat before it sinks. Slide passes quickly like buzz like a bomb, like a child in the morning will soon be gone. So hold it close and don't waste your breath. The time will come when nothing is left, 'cause time passes quickly. It flies buzz.
You know what? I'm done. This game makes no sense. This game requires precision that it doesn't allow me to have. And
High speed on the Autobahn, like spaceship Earth around the sun. Like a tiger's breath in a deep blue sea, passes like your thoughts of
see,
me.
I can't even control it, so I'm done.
Make up sex on summer's day, like an airplane on a runaway.
Goodbye.
Melts like ice cream
Thanks for
in the
watching.
sun.